And for a big India Today impact story, after India Today's explosive sting operation revealing Karnataka MLAs were ready to take cash for voting in favor of a particular Rajya Sabha candidate and also encouraging cross-voting, the Election Commission wants electoral law amended, empowering it to postpone or countermand the polls. Here's a report on how India Today's expose triggered action.
It's the sensational investigation that has shaken up the very foundation of our democracy. Karnataka MLAs got on camera demanding Crores to cross-vote during the upcoming Rajya Sabha elections and openly advocating horse trading.
We won't vote at any cost. That's simple.
The money is coming. That is not an issue for independence.
Sir, what is your expectation?
नहीं करोड़ दो करोड़ रुपए में वोट कोई नहीं डालता।
हम पॉलिटिकल मैच भी देख लें।
पॉलिटिकल मैच भी देख लें।
ये आप क्या?
पॉलिटिकल मैच क्या है?
ये जो राज्य सभा इलेक्शन का मैच।
Tomorrow, totally, we'll see and discuss with you.
Okay.
On the picture, I will see.
Since India Today broadcast this explosive sting operation, there have been a series of substantial impacts. The Election Commission has examined the sting operation footage submitted by India Today and convened an emergency meeting. Sources have told India Today that the poll panel is now gearing up to write to the government to be granted powers that will allow it to countermand the election whenever there's adequate proof of money power being used to influence polls.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, 1 minute. Sir, राज्य सभा चुनाव क्या पोस्टपोन करने वाले हैं?
Even as the Election Commission deliberates countermanding the election for 4 Karnataka Rajya Sabha seats, the chorus is growing for the polls to be cancelled.
ये बताना चाहूँगा कि इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है बहुत ही वाइज लोगों की होती है। इनके पास बड़ा तजर्बा है। कोई पहलू ऐसा नहीं है जो इनकी निगाह से बचता है। वो जो भी इलेक्शन कमीशन फैसला करेगी सोच समझ के करेगी और अच्छा फैसला करेगी।
We have formed a small committee to look into the various areas of the report. Now I am waiting for the committee's report. As soon as I get the report, we will go for wider consultation with the stakeholders.
India Today's sting operation has quaked the political establishment. Jolted into action, a Congress delegation led by Digvijay Singh met the Election Commission.
We have met Honorable Central Election Commission regarding the said sting operation. We have requested the Central Election Commission to allow the election to go on.
Fearing horse trading ahead of the 11th June election, the Congress has moved 14 independent MLAs from Karnataka to a 5-star hotel in Mumbai. The group of MLAs is led by Yashwantpur MLA Soma Shekhar and will only return to Karnataka a day before voting. India Today's investigation has exposed 2 JDS MLAs demanding up to 10 crore rupees to vote for the Congress in the Rajya Sabha election. Even though party chief H.D. Devegowda is defending his stated MLAs, his son and party general secretary are calling for polls to be countermanded.
The way in which it is going now, I think election, if commission took the decision about postponing the election, I think that will be fair enough.
Parliament's worst kept secret is now out. Rajya Sabha seats for sale for a price. The big question is, will the Election Commission step in to clean up the rot and countermand this tainted election? With Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's quickly go across to Pratibha Raman, who joins us from Bangalore with all the latest. Morning, Pratibha. When exactly is the Election Commission likely to take action, and how much possible is it really for these elections to be cancelled, or as they say in parliamentary language, countermand?
Well, in fact, there are two sides to this. One is the fact that they are waiting for the entire inputs to be analyzed before which they can actually submit a report, which is one angle to it. But the other aspect is also the fact that the governor, the Karnataka governor, has actually requested the state government to actually come out with a report with all the details of the sting operation carried by the media here. And based on which a report will also be submitted by the state government to the governor, depending on which stringent action will be taken. Now, in terms of action, what is the possible stringent action that can be taken is another question, because the poll watchdog does not really have the entire authority or the control to actually countermand the elections based on money that is being transferred here or alleged to be transferred here. And at the same time, when you look at the People's Representation Act, it only talks about booth capturing. There is no involvement of money there. So there is also a request that has been made to the law minister to actually try and bring in amendments to that particular act, and based on which there will be electoral reforms that will also take place. But in the meantime, there have been people who have been supporting the countermanding of the elections, including the JDS, where Deve Gowda has actually made a U-turn now, Sanket.
Absolutely. Pratibha Raman, many thanks for joining us. And